for the first score of this 1A state title game.
Now get right into the huddle and go for their 2-point conversion. You'll see this a lot this afternoon.
The hurry-up 2-point conversion attempt, trying to make it 8-0. And it is a give up the middle and taking it into the end zone. David Arndt, they tack on the 2-point conversion, a 90-yard touchdown drive for the Trojans, and they take an 8-0 lead here in the Class 1A state championship game. 1:53 showing on the first quarter clock. All of the yardage on that 90-yard drive, Steve, coming on the ground.
On the ground. They're really establishing that that front five that they have, their line. They're very proud of them. They've got a couple juniors in that line. They're very tough up front.
Before the kickoff, let's go down to the field for Scott Leber.
Guys, I talked to Rich Thompson, the head coach of Triopia, this week. He says he has 16 starters back from a 9-3 team last year, but no question, the heart of this team is the guys up on the line, and we just saw it there with that 90-yard drive. They would love to do just that the rest of the day, just grind it out on the ground. Meanwhile, in a big game like this, you got to play injured. Matt Hollis, number 58, starting inside linebacker, is playing with a broken wrist and a big cast on his right hand for Stark County today. Back to you guys.
All right, good work, Scott. Thank you very much. An impressive drive for Stark County.
It really was, and you know, with Matt Hollis having that right hand in a cast, that makes it very difficult to try and make tackles, as he's going to get a full afternoon of Arndt and all the running backs coming right at him.
11 plays, 90 yards. The drive ate up just over 5 minutes of the clock here in the quarter, and another kick into the end zone. That's for Millard. That's 2 for 2, and that's just what the doctor ordered for your special teams. There you see the scoring drive with Kellen Phelps capping it off with that 2-yard run. Had the big 32-yard run on that drive. And we'll see a replay of Phelps' quarterback sneak. The end zone view here.
Helps to be 6'1" right there, as Phelps is able to stretch the football out over the goal line and get in. And let's see if Stark County now is able to establish their offense. They've gone through a series now that, you know, pregame jitters should be out. Let's see if they can establish something as well offensively, Jim.
Starting from the 20. Dom takes the snap. A little bit of pressure coming back near side, and penalty flag comes in at the end of the play. Dom ended up losing a yard on that scramble, as Triopia getting some pressure. And it's going to be holding on the Rebels. Stark County has been stung by penalties here early. That'll be the 4th accepted one and the 5th that has been called on them.
10-yard penalty, half the distance, replay first down.
Well, that play right there was really a coverage sack. They were trying to go to the single receiver side to Calvin Lewis, but the free safety for Triopia went over the top, and they actually double covered him, and the quarterback Dom had nowhere to throw the football.
So now after the penalty, it's 1st and 21. Dom inside his own 5 fires the ball, and he's got a man making the catch. Again, 82, Andy Keyser.
82, Andy Keyser. Tackled by 64, Adam Brockhouse.
There you see Keyser, who just caught that to pass out to the 15-yard line. Pickup of about 6 yards, and it makes it 2nd and 15.
It looks like Triopia is just going to let Stark County throw everything underneath that they want. Their safeties are playing very deep. Kellen Phelps is about 15, 20 yards off the football. And it looks like right now they're going to a little bit of a zone coverage, as you can see.
8-0 Triopia, 2nd and 15, more penalty flags. Now this game it's starting off poorly for Stark County, but not nearly as bad as last week against Milledgeville, where this was the start of the game for Stark County. Well, you let the other team return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. You go 3 and out, then you allow a long punt return to set up a short field. Then you go 3 and out, and you have a punt blocked, and then all of a sudden you're down 18-0.
18-0, right.
And they came back and won 27-25, 27-24 last week at Milledgeville. So this is nothing for Stark County. Dom wants to run, picking his way, and then upended as he gets to the 15-yard line.
Wow, what a hit. I believe that was number 5, Cody Kleinschmidt, coming in from his cornerback position. They had him out in the flat here. We're going to see this on a replay as Dom is going to just take this on a quarterback draw. And let's watch for Cody Kleinschmidt. I believe that's number 5, comes in, put a huge hit on the quarterback.
Yeah, that was the sophomore Kleinschmidt making the play. Here you see another angle on it.
You know, that's one of the things right there, Jim, we talked about in the pregame. There's sophomores on this field that are going to be making plays. There's some very good young talent on both of these football teams.
Well, the first play of the second quarter will be a 3rd and 15 for the Rebels. One quarter is in the books, and it's 8-0 in favor of Triopia. We'll have more from Memorial Stadium after these words from your local stations. Coverage of today's game is sponsored by Walgreens and Zero Cal Water. Walgreens is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast. Already down 8-0. Stark County faced with a 3rd and 15 as we start the second 12 minutes. Dom fires it deep, looking for Ewing, the ball overthrown. It's 4th down, and Triopia should get decent field position off this punt.
They really should. As you know, we talked to Rich Thompson, said he was going to mix things up. They only rushed 2 defensive linemen right there, dropped 9 guys back into coverage. Dom just had nobody to throw to, Jim.
So early second quarter action, 90-yard touchdown drive for Triopia after recovering a fumble. And now Calvin Lewis on to punt it for the Rebels. He stands inside of his own 5-yard line. The kick is away.
You know, I believe they've actually had Jeremy Morrissey's doing the punting right now. I noticed that on the first punt, it's Morrissey and not Calvin Lewis.
Thank you, Steve. And at the first quarter statistical update brought to us by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Total yards in the first quarter, 92-42. The big stat there, 5 penalties.
Yeah.
They've really hampered any momentum for Stark County.
That's right. Shot themselves in the foot a couple times, but you notice that big 92 there, rush yards. They really are establishing, as we've mentioned a couple times, the line of scrimmage.
So after that punt, Triopia takes over at its own 48-yard line. And a handoff trying to get off the left side. And that was Dinsmore, Bradley Dinsmore on the carry for the Trojans, and about a yard there on that play, maybe 2, out close to midfield.
You know, Stark County has a couple very big defensive end. Kai Paxton, 6'4", 185, and on the other side you've got Calvin Lewis at 6'5", 235. They're not a team you can get outside on very easily, and we've seen Triopia just running between tackles right now, and that's where they're having their success.
Triopia stays with the double tight end offense. Arndt is going to get the carry, trying to bounce it to the outside and right, and he does get the corner, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, but he should have first down yardage, and he does at the 42-yard line.
That time they were able to get outside with Arndt. He showed his speed. We've seen him going between tackles most of that first quarter. As you see the stats real quick right there by David Arndt, we are going to get a chance to look at this replay. Good seal block on the outside by the tight end. Maybe even got away with a little bit of a hold, and Arndt's able to pick up the first down. Nice hit at the end of the play.
About a 9-yard run there for Arndt to give him 29 yards in the game so far. Phelps on play action, fires the ball to a wide open player down the field. The intended receiver was Cody Kleinschmidt. He was wide open at about the 15-yard line, but the pass a little bit off the mark.
Well, he was wide open. This is the play you saw early in the first quarter. Well, Kellen Phelps actually kept the football and ran it. That time he had the option to throw right there, just underthrew the wide receiver.
10 minutes and 56 seconds for the second quarter. It was Sean Kerr, the intended receiver there, and he caught the touchdown pass a couple of weeks ago that stunned Tuscola. Run up the middle, big one, inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Another first down. Nordsick on the carry for the Trojans.
Boy, back to the game that they like to do, that little trap game inside. You see the lineman fold blocking number 53 pulling through there, Brian Carragher. Nice block. Nordsick, little quick head movement right there. Freed him up to pick up an extra 6 or 7 yards, Jim.
Clay Nordsick with a 17-yard run as Triopia continues to pound away on the ground. There you saw the numbers for Nordsick. It's going to be an inside counter reverse play, and Dinsmore carries close to another first down for Triopia.
Another one of those talented sophomores we're talking about, Bradley Dinsmore. Not a big kid, 5'10", 146. You're going to see on the replay, this is where they lull you to sleep. Everything's been inside. They fake the handoff right there, double handoff, and Dinsmore's able to get up inside. Nice tackle to save a touchdown by Tanner Ewing.
Boy, plays like that are just staples of a wing T type of misdirection offense, and Triopia with great execution there. And they've got a first down deep inside of Stark County territory. Fullback give this time. And it's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. You see the clock ticking down to the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. Nordsick on the carry once again for the Trojans.
I noticed that Stark County staying in their base 4 defense right now. They're starting to really bring those linebackers up, Jim. Almost about a yard behind the defensive line, almost making it look like an 8-man front. As you're going to see them go into their goal line defense.
Second down and 8. It's going to be a toss. Here comes Dinsmore, left side. He's got the 5. He's got the touchdown. Bradley Dinsmore, the sophomore, takes it in for Triopia's second touchdown of the first half, and Triopia has a 14-0 lead here in the 1A title game.
Boy, you can't talk enough about the blocking. Brian Carragher, we're going to see, just gets a huge block. Pulled from his backside guard position, was able to actually get out and block the corner on that side of the defense to allow Dinsmore to get up in there for the touchdown.
Going for 2 again. Phelps play action, pass into the end zone, and it is going to be caught for the 2-point conversion. Making the catch was Jacob Fricke. 16-0 in favor of Triopia. We'll have more from Memorial Stadium in Champaign after these words from your local stations.
Going to get a chance to look here at the replay of the touchdown by Bradley Dinsmore, as we're talked about. Look at the block out here by Brian Carragher, number 53, gets a pancake, and Dinsmore gets into the end zone. Another ground look at this play as you see Carragher with a huge block and now a huge lead by Triopia as it extends to 16-0 here early in the second quarter.
Triopia with 144 yards rushing already, and there's still 9:24 left to play in the first half. Millard does not kick it in the end zone this time. Tanner Ewing gets the return, and he's going to be tackled immediately. Tim Wise running down the field and makes a solid defensive special teams tackle, and again, poor field position for Stark County.
Well, and I think people really underestimated the team speed for Triopia. I mean, everybody came in thinking Stark County runs this spread offense. They've got to have an advantage in speed. I haven't seen that yet, Jim. Triopia very much has impressed me with their overall team speed.
Well, Triopia has played against teams that run this the last couple of weeks. Tuscola, Salt Fork last week. So they've played against this offense a lot of late. So they've got a feel for it over the last couple of weeks. On first down, Dom looking to throw. He's going to fire it deep down the field, and some miscommunication there as Keyser, the intended receiver, wasn't expecting the pass to be thrown. As there you see the 7-play, 52-yard touchdown drive for Triopia's second score of the first half. Dinsmore with the 11-yard touchdown run to cap it off. Stark County's starting field position, its own 20, the 43, its own 20, and its own 21. The average start line, their own 25 so far.
Right. There is a little bit of wind down in the stadium, and it is at their back in this quarter. Maybe that will help Greg Daum and his receivers. There's a slight wind. I don't know if it's enough much to affect the passing game, but let's see if it helps Stark County here in the second quarter.
It's going to be an option pitch as they try the running game. Morrissey gets to carry on that option play, and that will put Stark County in positive rushing yardage in the game. We'll see another look at this. They like to run this play. This is their base running play out of this spread offense.
A little bit of speed option right there. Greg Daum, has the option to keep that football as well. That time he decided to pitch to his wide receiver, who actually came around as one of his running backs. But here we got 3rd and about 6. I look for him to put the ball in the air here.
I know it's still early, but this is a big 3rd down. Stark County really needs this to stem the tide and get some momentum itself. Dom is going to roll out, fires the ball in the flat, and the ball's going to be dropped. Would have been a first down, but Kai Paxson unable to hold on, and Stark County is now 1 of 4 trying to convert 3rd down so far in this game.
This is a very good throw by Greg Daum, running to his left. Tough throw for a right-handed quarterback. That ball should have been caught to keep this drive going. Now they're forced one more time to punt the football away to an offense that's really having some success.
David Arndt and Cody Kleinschmidt go back to field this punt from Jeremy Morrissey. 8:24 for the first half. Good snap back to Morrissey, and the kick is away. Pretty good one. And it's going to bounce and take a very good Stark County roll inside the 25, rolling dead at the 23-yard line. That is a 53-yard punt.
Wow.
For Jeremy Morrissey.
Must be a reason that Morrissey's punting this afternoon, but that one right there, I think he could have you tried to field that football. They picked up an extra 15, 20 yards on the bounce, but both return men just stood there, held their position as the ball went over their head. Well, maybe they want to just keep this longer drive stuff rolling. They've had a lot of success running the football. Maybe that's part of their game plan.
Last 2 times Triopia has had it. Had a 90-yard touchdown drive and a 52-yard touchdown drive. They start at their own 23. Here's Arndt hitting the backfield, and Calvin Lewis brings him down for a negative play, and a late flag comes in at the end of the run. And we'll have to check this out. This is has the feel of something, like late hit, personal foul sort of thing.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, that was a good call on your part, Jim. When that many flags come flying in, everybody in the stadium saw it. It was a late hit on the play. That at least gets Concord Triopia out from under the shadow of their own goal line, and they'll have the ball here at about the 35, 36-yard line.
6th penalty in the first half on Stark County. Well, you take a great defensive play, and you completely wipe it out with the penalty. Very frustrating for Coach Nord and the Stark County staff. Fullback give, And about a 4-yard run right up the middle.
Well, that's what they've been doing. You know, on first down, they're averaging 4 or 5 yards, and it puts them in a situation where it's 2nd and 4, 2nd and 6, something that's manageable, and they can roll the quarterback out a little bit. They can stay with their belly and counter game. It's really allowed them to do some good things on 2nd and 3rd down.
Bobby Shute picked up 4 yards on that first down run. Shute in there at the fullback position, and play action. Phelps stops, fires down the field, and overshoots the intended receiver, Cody Kleinschmidt. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, I think Jacob Fricke, number 3, is going to go back to the huddle and say, hey, Mr. Phelps, I was wide open on this play. Phelps never really looked backside, as you see here. He's going for the home run, trying to find the other tight end, Sean Kerr. Pretty nice target himself, 6'2", 190, a junior. They really have some talent at those tight end positions.
There you see Triopia 2 of 3 on 3rd down so far in the game, 7-19 for the 2nd quarter. It's 3rd and 6. Phelps, counter. Dinsmore, 1st down and more, into Stark County territory to the 45-yard line. Bradley Dinsmore converts on 3rd down.
Good look right there at Bradley Dinsmore. Not very big, 146. You see that little boot action right there. Dinsmore's following his blocks. Offensive line's pushing people around. It doesn't matter if it's 3rd and long, 3rd and short. They're going to stay with their running game.
You know, people love the spread, and it's, you know, really cool to watch, and they're throwing it around. But when the wing tee is executed like that, that's fun to watch too.
Right, you're right.
Phelps is going to keep it. Breaks a tackle in the backfield and surges forward for a solid run of around 6 yards. Knocked down at the 39-yard line, pickup of 6, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
You know, when I was looking at the offensive line for Triopia, they're not overly big. I mean, their guards are 190, 195 pounds. Now I see the reason why. You better be able to move if you're going to play on that offensive line. They're always pulling. They're always trapping. It's not like they're wedge blocking all the time, Jim. They're getting out in front of these backs and the quarterback. I really love watching this offense.
Great experience up front. You know, 3-year starters. Here's a handoff up the middle, and that's David Arndt. And he is going to have a 1st down run and knocked down at the 31-yard line.
Well, and then you have to deal with this. You got a little scat back coming at you the previous play, and now Arndt comes at you about 200 pounds lower in his shoulder. Not much to tackle there, and just running people over. Another big 1st down for Triopia. They will have the ball here on the 31-yard line.
Jade Nord hoping his defense can make a stand here. His team already down 16-0, and Triopia on the march. The fullback will get the carry. Bobby Shute. Pickup of 3 yards for Shute. We're now inside of 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter.
You know, we talked about distributing the ball. You've got Kellen Phelps has 45 yards rushing, Dinsmore 43, Arndt 34, Shoots 32, Nordsick 20. Boy, is that nice.
Remember, one of our keys to the game, spread the wealth.
Absolutely.
And they're doing that very effectively here in the 1st half. Phelps is going to toss it to Arndt. Big hole off the right side. He might go, cuts back, and see you later. David Arndt waltzes into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's 22-0 in favor of Triopia.
Well, they really are showing some team speed right here. Great block. Pay attention to the left tackle who's going to pull around. Jacob Whited. See the block out there as he gets the corner on the ground. And Arndt is off to the races.
Again, Triopia going for 2, trying to go 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. And they're not going to get in this time, as they tried to run Bobby Shute up the middle, and he was stopped short. So it stays at 22-0. And we're going to go ahead and step aside. 5:14 to go, 1st half. It's all Triopia so far. Stark County will get the ball back after this network timeout.
You can't ignore it forever. It's your future. It's real life. Whatever your goals may be, it's important to get real answers from people you know and trust. At Country Insurance and Financial Services, we'll help you feel secure for everything life has coming your way. Country, real answers for real financial security. Because this is real life.
This is our country.
When it comes to buying a home, family conditions often outweigh market conditions. If you purchase one of the millions of homes that will be sold this year, the National Association of Realtors wants you to know that you're making a good move for your family and towards building long-term wealth. In fact, 60% of the average homeowner's wealth comes from their home's equity. Work with a realtor in your area. They'll help you find a home that's just right for you. To learn more, visit housingmarketfacts.com. Every market's different. Call a realtor today.
8 plays, 77 yards, ended with this run from David Arndt.
Another little pitch out there to Arndt as you see these linemen for Triopia just flying around, knocking people on the ground. Good block on the outside by Sean Kerr, one of their very talented tight ends.
And on the kickoff, Tanner Ewing has room to run. He's running right into your living room. Ewing up the left sideline. He might go, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. But a huge momentum-shifting play for Tanner Ewing. Steve, that's exactly what Stark County needed.
Well, they did. They haven't had anything go right here in the first half. Less than 5 minutes left to go. They needed something, and maybe this can get them into the end zone.
A 72-yard kickoff return for Tanner Ewing, showing off his great speed there. And now an opportunity for Stark County to get back in this title game. Well, they rallied from 18-0 down last week to win, and now they're down 22-0 here against Triopia, but they're now inside of the Trojan red zone.
That's right. You see them staying with their standard offensive formation, double twins. They're going to look to Calvin Lewis, and try and find him, number 86. He's the outside receiver down here at the bottom of your screen.
This is the 5th possession for Stark County. Their first 4 ended on a punt, a fumble, and 2 other punts, and a first down run. That was Nick Rumbold getting the carry. Rumbold had been injured for a couple of weeks, missed a couple of games, but gets a carry there and loses 1 as he's back in the lineup for Stark County in this championship game.
Well, there's a look of frustration right there. Jade Nord just wondering what the heck he can do to get his offense untracked. Let's see what they can do on 2nd and long here late in the 2nd quarter.
Right now, Triopia is winning the battle up front on both sides, and the scoreboard reflects that. Dom firing towards the end zone. The ball up for grabs, and it's tipped away and incomplete. That was Bradley Dinsmore on the coverage. Kai Paxson was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd and 11.
Well, that's just a great play right there by Dinsmore. Fade route. Dom throws the ball where he needs to be. Maybe he could have probably thrown it a yard farther, but that's just a great play by Dinsmore. I'll tell you what, that talented sophomore's had one heck of a first half.
Paxson 6'4", Dinsmore at 5'10", making the defensive play there.
We talked about that early in the first half, that maybe that was the advantage Stark County had, not there on that play.
1 of 4 on 3rd down is Stark County. Big one here, 3rd and 11, but this is 4-down territory, no doubt. Dom fires, and he's got a man, and it is going to be close to first down yardage. Making the catch was Andy Keyser, tackled around the 10, and they're going to spot it inside the 10 here, and they're probably going to have to measure here. We'll get another look at this reception from Andy Keyser.
Going to see the snap here to Greg Daum. They're just working the inside of this man-to-man coverage that Triopia's come out here in this series. I think they're going to be just a little bit short of the first down.
Tim Wise making the tackle. They're holding on for dear life to make sure that Keyser did not get first down yardage, and let's see how close he is here. Yep, you're right, just a little bit short, about a half a yard short or so. Now this is go time.
Absolutely.
For Stark County.
You have to understand, this Triopia defense doesn't give up many points. They've only given up 101 points all year. I mean, that's in, they've played this many games. I mean, this is a very stingy defense.
Average score for Triopia this year, 41-8.
Wow.
Undefeated and up 22-0 here in the 1A title game, but now out of a traditional offensive formation, Stark County is going to go on 4th and less than a yard. I formation as Dom ducks under center. He's going to surge forward, and I
I'm
don't
not sure
know.
he got it.
He did not get a lot of forward movement there, trying the quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got it.
You know, you have a lot of beef up front there with Triopia. You have 235-pound Jacob Whited. You've got Jacob Perry, 6 foot 236, and then Jacob Millard, 6'1", 261. Those